Guys and dolls. So it's been a bit of a hectic couple of days, following the social medias and what's going on with our that Peter, trying to get out of the sun for you. So I just wanted to bring this video, guys, today. It's really, the weather's miserable. I've got Amber coming through, so I have to help me out with the house a wee bit, which is really, really good. It's to boot up the bum I need. And so what I want to do is, like, I'm going to be bringing, I spoke, a couple of things I spoke about yesterday was Captain Britain. He was a very good friend of mine, and I just wanted to sort of show you the video of what I was talking about. When we're talking about the Muslim Defence League and Muslim gangs running about England, I think it's good that we bring some evidence as well, rather than me just saying stuff. Because I'm not creating hate. I want to make that clear. Like, I'm doing this just for my own thing and for you guys. There's no other influences or anything like that. I don't ever want you thinking like that. But I have to make myself clear, because I'm seeing a lot of hate. You know what I mean? And it's like I keep on saying, it's because of the way the government are. We've got a lot of people that are sort of awakening up in the middle of things right now and don't really know what's going on, and they see immigration and Muslims and all the rest of it. And it's difficult whenever you're bringing stuff like this, because it is not a nice topic. It's not nice talking about a section of the community or behaving in a certain way, and you know, it does it. It's not nice for me to have to do this and say these things, but I want to make this clear. I do not hate anybody in the world. I'm only delivering the truth of what I see, and the reason why I'm doing it is because I've got a daughter coming in a couple of weeks. She's coming any time now. She's going to be here. We lucky, and I've said this in other videos, and I know my followers know this, but I've got to make this clear to everybody. You know what I mean? It's sad that we have to do these videos. It's sad that this is what's going on in the world right now, in Britain, and it's sad that the way the government are dealing with it, because there's all sorts of things that are coming off that the government don't realise by silencing everybody and being dead quiet. The facts of the matter is, we've got illegal immigrants coming in this country that are really, really bad people, and they're coming here for really bad reasons, that don't serve this country any purpose at all, but cause this country so much problems, heartache and pain, and there's no two ways about it. That's the truth of the matter. But getting back to Captain Britain, um, I'm going to show you the video of my friend being beat up by over between 10 to 20 Muslim men. Please go. Okay, guys, what you're looking at is the Muslim Defence League, or a Muslim gang, whatever you want to call them, coming down. They've come into the city centre looking for patriots, and on the bottom left hand side of the screen you're going to see Captain Britain, his friend, and his friend's father-in-law approach them. They move onto the road to avoid them. They try and put some space between them. So now the guys are shouting at them, calling them fascist, Nazis, and they've also responded, and that's it. They all get into them. It's quite brutal. You mightn't know this, but there was teeth kicked out, punched out, a lot of damage, broken ribs, totally outnumbered. It's every month themselves in this kind of situation when you've got 15 plus guys coming on top of you, and then you see them come back in because they realise they're not all together. They come back in to help a friend that's down, and you'll see the Muslim gang walk away, fist pumping, slapping each other in the back. I have to say, well done to the police CCTV operator for keeping the camera on these guys. So identifications were made, and I think they are up in court, some of them, and some of them have been sentenced. I'll get a full report on that, so I will, on the outcome. So I'm just up the horse now, and that is Captain Britain. Like I say, he's a good friend, really nice guy, and I'm hoping to bring an interview very soon with him. Sit down, the two of us talking, so he can talk about what happened to him, how he started his activism, where he got his idea from for Captain Britain. It's all. And it'll be good to find out the man behind the mask, if you know what I mean. I don't think we'll get him with the mask off, but I'll definitely bring it to you guys. I promise you. We'll just got to arrange it. It won't be very long. I will definitely get that sorted. And it's these are just some of the things I'm trying to bring to you is about what's going on in England, and what will be creeping into all the other countries like Scotland, Northern Ireland, and as we see what's happening in Ireland. And it's the whole theme of this video is it's basically just to remember Peter, Peter Lynch, and to try and break it down for you so you can understand, I've been like talking to guys and arguing with guys the last wee while about they're saying he was a ratist, got done for ratist behaviour, but he wasn't a rat, he wasn't ratting, you know. He said some things, you know what I mean? I'll put the video I'll just drop the video in here just again so you can see exactly what he done and what he said to the police that got him nearly 3 years.
Scum! Yeah. Scum! Praying for our children. I pray for my children. I pray for my children. I pray for the shield. I pray for my children.
So you've seen that, and that's. I'm not gonna say no more about it, guys. That's what he got nearly 3 years for. And there's my next video is like this to try and give you some stats of what's going on in the country, and I put a video up yesterday, about the inmans, and they're not even getting sentenced. They're not even getting prison for abusing children, and that's wrong. How can you give a man 3 years for what you've just seen? But if a man abuses a child and because he's from a certain religion, he gets off scot-free, suspended sentences. If you get indecent images of children, like the worst, suspended sentences, how far are we going before we just say it's okay, we'll just bring this age of consent down? Because that's what the judges are trying to say. This particular judge gave one man, let one man off for killing somebody, through reckless or dangerous driving, a cyclist he killed. He's let another man, the same judge, let another man, Richardson, this judge is called, let another man off for child offences, but yet he gave a man 3 years for shouting at the police, So I want you to understand why Peter Lynch was there shouting at the police. Watch this video.
Major rise in sex crime since 2014. In areas such as the Northeast, sexual offences have increased by 500%, with stalking and harassment increasing by almost 6,000%. Why is this? Well, we think we may have found an answer. Looking at this chart, you can see the regions which host the most asylum applicants. The Northeast hosts the highest number of asylum applicants, at 25.4 per 10,000 people. We can also see on this chart a link between the number of asylum applicants and the number of sexual offences. The Northeast hosts the highest number of asylum applicants, but it has also seen the biggest increase in sexual offences. Just last week in the Northeast, 3 Syrians and 1 Kuwaiti were sentenced for the rape and grooming of a 13-year-old girl. Other crimes such as shoplifting and burglary have remained relatively flat. I'm afraid that we are witnessing a dramatic increase in sex crimes across the entire country, especially in areas that host a high number of asylum applicants. Unfortunately, we cannot fully get to the bottom of this story, as the British state will not publish the immigration status of its prisoners. It has the data, it just refuses to publish it. And given that we know a significant amount of crime is committed by repeat offenders, it would also be good to know the number of foreign nationals in British prisons who are repeat offenders. But again, the British state, curiously, will not publish this information. Combining this with the fact that only 3.6% of all reported sexual offences result in a charge or summons, we cannot fully piece together this story. But Britain isn't the only country experiencing this rise in sex crimes. Denmark has also experienced it, and the Danish state is far better at collecting and publishing data than its British counterpart. The official government statistics agency, Statistics Denmark, published a study which stated that men of a non-Western background are 3 times more likely to commit sexual assaults. So the following 3 questions must be asked. Is the British state importing people who pose a threat and danger to women and children? Are they hiding data that they do not want us to know about? And finally, who will stop this shocking rise in sex crimes? Certainly no one from our current failing political class.
You see, that's the evidence, some of the evidence, because the government are hiding a lot from us. They're not giving us the information that we want. You know what I mean? They're saying like it's not in the interest and the amount of money it costs to generate this information of stats that we need to understand the full extent of what damage is being done to this country due to irregular and illegal immigration. And we've all been pretty quiet for a long time, and we've all been silenced for a long time. The government have done a very good job to stop us all from knowing the truth, or the BBC or the Sky, or news broadcasters that you rely on to bring you the news would already tell you this information. It wouldn't take some guy's been in jail half his life and in children's homes and abused as a wee boy and totally let down by the system to bring it to you. That's not right. That's not right. Something is seriously not right here. And people are now dying because of it, and there's no 2 ways about it. That man would still be here if he wasn't, if Keir Starmer hadn't labelled him a far-right racist thug, and then popped him into jail, which we now know is, run by Muslim gangs, and not expect some sort of bad shit to come of it, for want of a better way to put it. I'm just telling you exactly. We've been hearing things like this for a long time. We've been hearing that they're forcing guys to go on wings where there's like 60-70% Muslims, and I'm talking about like Muslims, like whatever colour you want. It doesn't make a difference, white, brown, doesn't matter. Muslims, whether they converted or not converted, whether they were born, bred in this country, whether they're just in this country, or they're fucking children of immigrants, it doesn't make a difference. None of that makes a difference. So, right guys, hiya, right guys, come on, Tulip, sorry, come here, Tulip, come here baby, that's my guard dogs, it's all good, Tulip, come here, come on. So, yeah, it's like, everything's being kept quiet, and now you're seeing the results, and there's going to be more results coming, and you're all going to be wondering what's going on, why. And I keep saying to you, I think it's too late. You do not understand what's going on in this country. You do not understand what's going on in the streets, around the parks. Guys sitting, videoing children blatantly, 4 or 5 men just off the boat, sitting with their cameras out, videoing children. And you may think, oh, they're fucking targeting. This is like a selection. Look what it's like. What one do you want? That's as far as I'm concerned. These guys are scouts. Quite a lot of these guys, we've heard of them. They're in the pubs, sitting with other people's drinks in front of them, pretending that they're out drinking when they're not out drinking. They're out targeting drunk women. There's loads and loads of stories. So there is loads and loads of stories, but none of us can report on it because of reporting restrictions and all the rest of it. This is what's happening. Secret courts, so we don't see them on the court rules. I'm not kidding you on. You do not know the length this government's going to keep it quiet so they can fill this country up. Honestly, guys, this is more serious than people realise, and now people are dying. So listen, nobody listens to me, but at least my followers know what's going on, and these aren't going to be cut short with anything. Everything that you know that you see coming, you're going to say, well, Freedom Dad's seen this a wee while ago, and Tommy Robson's seen it 15 years ago, guys. So I'm taking no credit for this. You know what I mean? It was him that opened my eyes to it. I sat there quiet, so I did all my life, said nothing. Talked amongst my mates, and was called a racist here and there, and you know what I mean. So I just kept my mouth shut. And then 3 months ago, them 3 girls get killed, and fucking, everybody started panicking because Starmer came out to call everybody far right, to terrify everybody, to stop you all protesting, stop you all coming down the street. But believe you me, this next wave aren't going to be so stupid. This next wave won't be pleading guilty. Tell you that now for nothing. This next wave will not be pleading guilty, and we will be taking them all the way. You know, no more of these dummies. We're going to be there with lawyers for these guys from now on. And that's what we need to do, because all these guys are getting railroaded, you know. While these other men that you see the stats and the graphs, they're getting released. They're not, even if they are, you know what I mean, they're getting what, 12 months, 2 years max. They do a year, back out to do it again. So what? They put on the sex offender register. So what? You know what I mean? They're in Muslim areas. They don't have sex offender registers. You know, you're mental. Sick. They don't go by any our laws. Sick. That's why they've got Sharia laws now. You know, this is what's happening. This is what the government's keeping you quiet. You know, there's a whole new world in this country. I know a whole new nation. There's a separate whole bit going on that none of you are aware of. But slowly it'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. And you will be aware of it, trust me. When they're knocking down your door and treating you a wee bit worse than any other because they know you're a Christian, these are men that will be coming into this country to join our police. Trust me on that. That needs to be stopped. We need to bring legislation in to stop this. You have to be born in this country, as simple as that, to be able to join our police. I mean, there has to be rules and regulations about this kind of stuff. So, yeah. You know, there's loads of stuff that needs to be dealt with, and nobody's doing it. Sorry about the wind, guys. I'm going to leave it at that. God bless you all. I hope you liked my videos. God bless.